Okay, hi everybody, my name's Al. I'm here today to talk about geotextile membranes and take some of the mystique out of those products and help you to make a choice in the type of fabric that you need for your job. So the first one we look at is our G90, also called DOT 609, which is the highway code. This is 90 grams, they come in lots of different weights, lots of different styles and thicknesses. This is the most commonly sold one. This is your basic geotextile membrane. It's made from taped fabric woven together, so it's called a woven membrane. It's quite prone to fraying, so it shouldn't be used where it's going to be exposed on the surface. It's also quite slippy and difficult to cut. So really this product is suitable underneath the drainage layer to be a ground support membrane, or underneath a grid system where there would be an incorporated fleece membrane as well. So really speaking, yes, it is a weed inhibiting membrane, but it is more the ground stabilization type of product. The second one is our NW8. This is a thermally bonded, heat-treated, what's classed as a fleece membrane. Fleece membranes go up in weight and puncture resistancy. The NW8 has a CBR puncture resistancy, which is the California bearing rate. Sounds very technical, but really it's down to the softness of the soil onto which a membrane's going on. Very important that you have a minimum weight of these membranes of 100 grams and a puncture resistancy of 1400 plus. Obviously, if you're putting a membrane down on stony ground and it can be punctured, then it's not really fit for purpose. So a minimum puncture resistancy of 1400 and a minimum weight of 100 grams. Anything less than that, membranes that are attached to hexagonal grids, for example, they have a weight of around about 40 to 50 grams and can be easily punctured by your finger. Then it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out what's going to happen once you put it on top of a hardcore base or stone. It's just going to puncture and it's just going to be no good whatsoever. As I say, that's the NW8. The next one that we do really, because our fleece membranes really are only sold in 3 different grades, because the in-between ones are not commonly used. This one is the NW20. This has a puncture resistancy of 3400 and it has a weight of 235 grams. So it's a little bit thicker than the NW8 and you can see that it's a little less see-through. This would be used for heavy-duty applications where you have large stones and you want to protect the surface that's going down onto those stones. Next one up would be the NW30. This has a puncture resistancy of 5100 and is 360 grams in weight. Obviously a heavy duty material. All these materials either come in rolls of 4.5 by 100 meters, or they come in cut versions of that. The thicker weights tend to come in 5.1 by 100 meter rolls, so they are very heavy and very difficult to transport, which is quite often why we will cut those rolls in half for you. So obviously a 2.25 by 100 or a 1.125 by 100. Easier and cheaper to deliver and more cost effective to put in. Most of our contractors will buy their rolls of membrane in 2.25 by 100 meter cut rolls, and then they would put on a pallet and you can get up to about 8 rolls on a pallet. The delivery cost would be about £35 on a trade basis for a full pallet, so you can see where the cost benefits come in. Next membrane that we have here would be classed as non-permeable or a barrier membrane. This one is a reinforced membrane. It's made from polyethylene. This is not going to be punctured by anything, so if you wanted to put this down on a road scheme where you didn't want any ingress into the subsoil, or you didn't want damp penetrating upwards into a building or into a development, then you'd use this reinforced fabric. These type of products are invariably black. They come in different grades, commonly known in the lower grades as viscreen, DPC membrane, lots of other terminology for it. But they're a barrier membrane and they are non-permeable, so they obviously have a restricted use. Next one is our Secure Grid. This is, going back to the CBR rating, this is when the CBR rating is quite low. So this would be used if the ground is very, very soft. So it's as a stabilization membrane to reinforce the subground layer. So when you've excavated and you realise that the ground is very organic, very peaty, very soft, you put this down first. Because it's an open weave, obviously, it's fully permeable, but it does stabilise that ground. You put your drainage layer on top of this, or your hardcore base on top of this, and then you'd incorporate a fleece membrane at some stage pertaining to the product that you're putting down during that installation. We would advise this if you're building, for example, a grassed parking area and the ground was quite soft. You'd excavate down to required depths as advised on our fitting instructions. Put this membrane down first, put the hardcore base down, the type 3 reduced fines down, then a membrane on top of that, and then your screed layer and so on and so forth. So that's EcoGrid Secure Grid. This one here is turf mesh. This again is a grass reinforcement product, so this would go directly on top of grassed areas. Comes in a roll, comes in different size rolls and different grades. There's superior and there's heavy duty, standard and heavy duty. This is the standard. It's rolled out onto the grass and it's pinned by U-pins to hold it in place. It is ostensibly designed as a temporary product if you're taking heavy duty vehicles over a grassed area and you don't want those vehicles to damage the grassed area, then this is an ideal product for you. It's relatively cost effective. It comes in around about £3 or £4 a square metre, and it's very easy to install and it's very easy to take up again. So that's the Geotextile range. It's a basic range, yes. All of our products are available either from ecogrid.co.uk or from geotextilemembranes.co.uk. And you can give us a call in the office if you're not sure, or you can ask questions about roll size, and we'll be happy to help you. So our telephone number is 0151 639 4281. Thank you and goodbye.